Once again, I'm sitting here with head coach Kyle Mars. We are previewing the men's volleyball season. And, Coach, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up this weekend. You guys do travel to Misericordia College for a tournament. Talk about how you're going to measure the success of that weekend. I know you're playing 3 other first-year programs, so it'll be kind of a good high watermark, benchmark on how you guys have progressed so far at this point in the season.
Yeah. So we have a 4-match weekend. We play twice on Friday, twice on Saturday. So it's going to be a good chance for us to see most of our guys take the court. And what we're really looking for is how we execute what we've been practicing for the past week and a half. We're not necessarily going to be judging our success on wins. We're just looking for our guys to take what we've been learning and put it to action against teams that are probably going to be pretty good. We're expecting these teams to be just as good, if not better, than us from a skill standpoint. And I think that's what we're going to do going into every weekend is we are going to respect every single team that we play and treat them as such.
So taking a look at the schedule, a lot of fans that are familiar with women's volleyball are familiar with the 4-match weekend kind of format when you talk about non-conference. What people won't kind of get yet is that although we're in the AMCC is a little bit different from the NCAC in the fact that it's not really an established conference as far as men's volleyball yet, so not a whole conference schedule yet on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about maybe that first weekend that we have at home and who we've got coming in for that, and you'll see a couple of teams that will maybe become inter-conference rivals with you guys in the future, and talk about the schedule coming up.
Yeah, so our first home weekend is on January 26th and 27th, and we are bringing in Wittenberg, Penn State Behrend, and an out-of-conference opponent, St. John Fisher. Basically how our conference is going to work this year is it's kind of an unofficial, so we are going to be playing 7 teams that are going to be in our conference that's going to start officially in 2019. Our conference has some great competition in it. The team that made the tournament last year, Penn State Altoona, is kind of going to have a target on their back as the team to beat. Our fellow Ohio school, Wittenberg, they started their program about 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And they've kind of developed into a really good team. They have some good athletes across the net. So that first home weekend is going to be very challenging. And that's kind of the goal is we want to play some teams that are going to give us a run for our money and make us better as well. So,
very good. So let's talk a little bit about your goals for the upcoming season. Like you said before, in a first-year program, you can't really measure the wins and losses because you have nothing to compare it to from years prior. So talk about maybe the kind of the goals that you've set with your players and maybe kind of the goals that they've set for themselves.
Yeah, so the goals are very finite. We've been really focusing on the details of the fundamentals and how we're playing in practice. So we got a lot of guys who are looking to improve their block moves. We have a lot of guys who are looking to step close to a lot of high balls and get a good swing on it. So a lot of our goals aren't necessarily measured in terms of numbers and stuff like that, but we want to make sure that we're seeing improvement in how we go about playing the game from day to day. And I think so far we've been doing a really good job of that. We have some guys that have been coming in to watch film and seeing things that they're doing well, but also seeing things that we could get a lot better at too. Kind of like a mentality that we've had is we are taking up the mantra of chop wood, carry water. And we really just want to make sure from day to day we're playing the game as efficiently as we possibly can. Whether that translates to wins or whether that translates to our stats being better every single day, I'm not sure. But we're just going to continue to do the little things well. So
very good.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Good luck this season, and we're looking forward to a great first year of Higher Men's Volleyball. Fans, you can catch Coach Mars and the Terrier men's volleyball team on HiramTerriers.com. They will have 2 live games being streamed this weekend as they travel to Misericordia, and you can always catch them on HiramTerriers.com. Coach, if fans want to follow you on social media, what are the teams for that?
Yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram. It's Hiram College Men's Volleyball. And you can follow our Facebook page as well. And I believe it's the same thing, Hiram College Men's Volleyball. So come out and you can see some photos and updates on all of the home matches that we have and all that stuff.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There you go.
You can catch the Terrier men's volleyball team and the rest of our Terrier teams on HiramTerriers.com. Until next time, go Terriers.